Okay, so something's going on at OpenAI, and honestly, they don't want you digging into it. Last year alone, more top people left that company than in all the years before combined. The guy who built their safety team, gone. Some of their sharpest researchers just disappeared. No big announcement, no explanation. And everyone's sitting there thinking, wait, why? I've been watching. The hires, the patents, the way the executives talk now versus how they talked 6 months ago. Little shifts, quiet signals. And I actually think I know what they're building. Hey, if we haven't crossed paths yet, this is AiTrive. Seriously, drop a comment below. We read every single one. Now, about GPT-5. Forget everything you've heard. It's not just GPT-4, but smarter. That's not the story here. What I'm about to share is going to change how you see the next year, maybe two, of AI. Like, completely shift your perspective. So let's just go. Let's talk about Ilya Sutskever for a second. Co-founder, chief scientist, the person who basically got OpenAI's tech vision more than anyone. He left. Not to retire, not to take a break. He left to start a new company focused on one thing only: super intelligence. Think about that. He saw something that made him go, I can't wait, I need to work on this now. Then Jan Leica, head of super alignment. His whole job was making sure powerful AI stays safe, stays under control. He resigned publicly and said, and I'm paraphrasing here, hey, we're chasing shiny new products and safety's getting pushed to the side. He said the culture was changing, that things were slipping, and then others followed. Senior people who had stock, tenure, every reason to stay, they left too. Now look, people leave companies all the time, totally normal, but this wasn't normal. The speed, the level of these people, and what they actually said when they left. These weren't spending more time with family exits. These were warnings, carefully worded, legally safe, but warnings. Something shifted inside OpenAI. And I'm pretty sure that shift is tied directly to what GPT-5 really is. To get GPT-5, you gotta understand three big shifts happening right now. First, we can actually predict capability now. Seriously, we've got math, actual formulas that tell us how smart a model will be based on how much compute we throw at it, how much data, how many parameters. It's not guessing anymore, it's engineering. OpenAI can look at a model mid-training and say, yeah, this one's going to be capable of X. They can see the curve stretching out. That's why timelines feel so aggressive all of a sudden. They're not hoping it works, they're calculating that it will. Second, letting models think longer changes everything. This one's huge. We used to think bigger models equals smarter models, but we've learned something wild. If you let a model think longer when it's answering you, spend more compute at inference time, not just training, it gets way, way better. That's the secret behind models like O1. It's not smarter because it's bigger, it's smarter because it can break a problem down step by step and just keep thinking until it figures it out. And here's the crazy part, there's no obvious limit to this. You don't need a bigger model, you just let the one you have think more. Third, AI teaching AI. This is the quiet one, the one they don't love talking about. We figured out how to use AI models to train the next generation of AI models. So a model learns, then helps train a better version of itself. That better one trains an even smarter one. It's a loop. In loops, they accelerate. Once they start, they just keep building on themselves. Alright, so what are we actually looking at with GPT-5? Based on everything I've seen, everything I've tracked, here's my take. GPT-5 isn't one model, it's a system, a network, a bunch of specialized models working together with one kind of lead model coordinating the whole thing. Think of it like this. GPT-4 is like that one friend who's really smart about everything, good at trivia, decent at advice, helpful in a pinch. GPT-5, it's more like a whole team. You've got a CEO model that gets the big picture. Then you've got specialists, one for code, one for math, one for research, one for creative stuff. And they all talk to each other. They build on each other's work. That's why everyone keeps saying agents now. They're not trying to build a better chatbot. They're building something that can take a big, messy task, break it into pieces, hand each piece to the right specialist, and put it all back together, autonomously. And this is why people left. Imagine giving this system a goal, just one. Research this market and build a strategy. It doesn't just answer, it goes to work, breaks the goal down, starts researching, maybe writes some code to pull data, tests ideas, checks its own work, refines, iterates, and it does all of this without you, for hours, maybe days. Now think about that. A chatbot waits for you to ask something. You're in the driver's seat. An autonomous agent, you give it a direction and it starts driving. Who's in control then? The safety questions get really hard, really fast. How do you make sure it's actually doing what you want and not just what it thinks you want? How do you hit the brakes if it starts going somewhere you didn't intend? How do you even check if it's safe when its thinking happens in ways we can't fully see or understand? These were the questions the super alignment team was supposed to solve. And based on what they've said publicly, they didn't feel like they had the answers yet. That's the tension right now. The tech is ready. The safety guardrails, not so much. And the pressure to ship, massive. Okay, so what does any of this mean for you and me? First, the AI you're using right now, it's gonna feel basic soon. Like GPT-4 will feel like a calculator next to what's coming. I'm not exaggerating. Second, it's coming faster than you think. I'd be surprised if we don't see GPT-5 level capabilities in some form by 2025. Maybe it won't be called GPT-5. Maybe it'll roll out as autonomous mode or agent features, but the power, it's arriving. Third, the economic piece is wild. Imagine telling an AI, hey, research this idea, draft a plan, build a prototype, and it just does it over a few hours with minimal checking from you. That's not automation, that's delegation. You're not using a tool anymore. You're managing a teammate who never sleeps, never forgets, and costs less than your phone bill. Fourth, we're stepping into unknown territory on safety. Look, I'm not saying AI is doom. I believe it can be incredibly good for us. But I also think we're moving faster than our understanding, and that has real risks. The people who left OpenAI, it wasn't about money or ego. It was about seeing something and deciding they couldn't stay silent. This is the moment. Not next year, not in 5 years, right now. The choices being made behind closed doors today, they're going to shape the next 100 years. And most people have no idea this is even happening. If you want to stay in the loop as the story unfolds, do me a favor, hit subscribe to AiTrive. We'll keep breaking this down together. What do you think is coming? Are you excited, nervous, both? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. The future's being built right now. Let's make sure we're paying attention. Catch you in the next one.